Oh, okay, you guys. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. Censorship is real in Canada. So, Bill C-11, thank you very much. Can't even fucking document anything for when things go sideways. I didn't realize how long I was not doing a live for. Sitting here fucking screaming at myself. Fuck. That's the second time that YouTube or StreamYards, I'm not sure who, both of them has zapped me while I'm actually live. So that's fun, especially when you're trying to tell a story, but no big deal. Hey Maddie, how's it going? So I'm trying to share, hey Smiley, I'm trying to share some information. Maybe this will go through now that my face isn't on the screen. You can't tell too much truth. You have to keep your mouth shut to protect everybody else and censorship because we're all so fucking weak as a society that we can't handle the truth. But yeah, I they took my avatar away, and if I put my camera on, then I'll try it again. But they cut my last live while I was live, which is fun. That's always a good time. So yeah, here I am. So I was trying to share some information because I'm in a bad situation that I'm actually in a very dangerous situation and I'm trying to document it because it needs to be documented because I know how this situation plays out. It did not end well for me last time. Well, it ended well for me, I guess, because I'm still alive, but it didn't end well for the other person. And now I'm in a similar situation and I know how this ends. And I'm trying to document it so that when things go sideways, my family can sue the shit out of everybody involved that allowed this to happen when I tried to do the right things. Sorry, I can see the comments kind of, but I can't really. Like I can see names, but that's about it because they're highlighted. But other than that, like the words I can't see. So I'm in a situation that I'm trying to share with people because this is going to end up being a fucking cautionary tale for everybody else to not do what I've done, I guess, to end up here. So um I I was going off for like 35 fucking minutes and I found out that they cut my live at like, I don't know, 6 minutes. I was like, son of a bitch. I don't know what happened, but I'll try it again. So I found myself in a situation not long ago that I needed to go to like this place that's supposed to help you and put you in a safe place. Um and I've never had to do that before, so that was, very humiliating and humbling and embarrassing and traumatizing. Um Only to find out that the place that they've put me is actually more dangerous than the previous one. My last, not today's live, the last live that I did about Pennywise, who I was making jokes about, my neighbor, my insane neighbor, his name is Ivan Crawford. Um, that name needs to be known, and it also needs to be known that this has all been documented with the Brantford Police Department, and they are allowing this to happen. So whatever happens to me is on their head and on their hands and in their pocketbook ultimately. Um, so I went to this place and I knew from day one that the guy was psycho. I didn't know how much. I know now. So it it did not start off well. He threatened to kill me and blow up the house. Okay, with I think there's about 14 or 15 other people that live in this house. Um, and so he was supposed to be evicted on April 30th and by midnight. And it was at like 10 o'clock at night. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, I don't fucking hear anything going on next door. You can tell when someone's moving, like there's noise, there's packing, and it was very radio silent. And that's when I found out that because this guy had nowhere to go and he's got people simping for him, that he gets an extra 30 days to live while he terrorizes everybody else. So, needless to say, I'm not fucking happy. Okay. So I was like, all right, well, I see where this is going because I've already lived through this situation once and it ended up fucking badly. And you know what my prize for playing was? Lifelong PTSD. And now I'm going to tell the fucking truth as to why and what happened and what got me here and how it's going to happen again. And now it's going to happen to other people. And they're going to fucking live with what I've had to live with for a long time. And they're going to see how it is to try and navigate this shit. Okay? Um, so things have been escalating. And you know me, I don't like the cops. And there's good reason for it. And this just validates that 100 million%. So you know, I've been documenting everything with the landlord, waiting for them to do something because his behavior is escalating. His outbursts are escalating, like his threats are escalating. Everything's escalating, including my blood pressure, including everything. But don't worry about me, you know, because I have no rights because I'm just a fucking sane non-criminal person. So my rights don't matter, my safety doesn't matter, my life doesn't matter, okay? So yeah, he's threatening to blow up the house with people in it. And by the way, we have a gas stove, so it would be so easy to do when he's creeping around the house. It's like a fucking stalker ninja crackhead that he is. It would be really easy to do. So needless to say, I don't sleep a lot. So things have been getting worse. And like, you know, I'm not the one. I'm not going to sit there and shut up. I'm not going to not speak up. In fact, I like you guys have seen how I get sometimes when my charm is on full blast and the Tourette's is full blast. And that's in real life too. Like I don't care who you are. If you're an asshole, and you come at me sideways, you're gonna get it 100 times worse. Like I'm gonna go off. So finally, um, you know, he's been and making more threats, and like it's to the point now that work has told me that I need to take a leave of absence because my nerves are bad. Like I'm not sleeping. I it's bad, you guys. Um it's hard to talk about this stuff because I've lived. Sorry, I'm outside and it's noisy, but this is the only place that I can even talk to you guys before YouTube shuts me down. I can't talk at home because I got a stalker with a glass up against the fucking door, listening like a fucking stalker ninja psycho killer. Um, because he's going to end up killing me, and that's what this is about, and that's why I'm speaking up. Because before I go, it needs to be documented that I did try to do the right thing and I reported it, even though I fucking hate and don't trust cops. So I went into the police station on Thursday night because he keeps threatening to kill me, and you know, from his behavior, I believe him. And it's he's a ticking time bomb, and it's just a matter of time. And I went through this situation with somebody I loved once, and it ended up in him taking his own life. I escaped before he was able to get me. And maybe this is my cruel fucking punishment. My lifelong, you know, prize for winning, you know, for playing is PTSD. So, you know, and let me tell you what PTSD gets you. It gets you nightmares. It gets you the inability to not function as a normal person anymore because you are so traumatized by things that you have seen and should never have seen. You have tried to get help. You have been not given help. You know, the more you try, the more people just throw roadblocks at you. And it's long and it's tiring, and people hate me because I had a hard time and I struggled, and I'm not as happy as I used to be. And you know, I'm angry now, and I cry because my life has been destroyed and I lost the love of my life, and there was nothing I could do to stop it, even though I tried to get him help, and it ended up fucking in disaster. And that's what it's going to end up being for me. So I finally went to the police on Thursday night at 8:30 at night and told them that you know, he's threatening to kill me and many other people, and I want it documented because when you hear about this on the news, because you are going to, it's not if, it's when. That I want people's families to know that I tried to prevent this from happening. I tried to report it. I tried to document it. I uh, I tried. There's only so much I can do though, because I'm just a regular old fucking peasant who means absolutely nothing. So you know, the drug addicts have all the rights in the world, not fucking normal people. So you know, so I go and you know, I'm so glad the Brantford police took this so fucking seriously that I went at 8:30 at night, and then they called me at like 1:30 in the morning to say that it's been a crazy night and they don't have anyone to send. So they take this really fucking serious, okay? So finally, they show up yesterday morning at like 7:30 in the morning. So like, 11 hours after I report death threats. Don't worry about it. Like take your fucking time, guys. So they show up and the story gets worse. And I didn't even know how bad. I was laughing about this last time. I'm not fucking laughing anymore because now I'm in fight or flight mode and it's two go in, one come out, and we'll see who it is. Okay. So the cops show up. I told them everything, and they're like, okay, well, we're gonna come back at noon and talk to him. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not gonna be here when this happens because like he already fucking hates me and he already blames me for trying to get him kicked out because he's a lunatic. And like, forgive me that I don't want to die at the hands of a fucking lunatic. Fuck, dumbass. I mean, so you know, what was supposed to be 12 o'clock ended up being 4:30. So let me stop right there though. When they come at 7 in the morning, they told me that not only is he threatening to kill me and many others, um blow up the house with people in it, doesn't give a fuck. He's well known to police for being a violent drug addict and a violent offender. And I was just like, oh fuck. So he's actually not just like talking shit. He's gonna do this. And so, when you call the cops, who I fucking hate because they're cunts, and excuse my language, but I'm gonna call it like I see it. They're allowing things to escalate to this point where people are going to lose their lives because of it. Um, so what did they do? They showed up yesterday. They poked the fucking bear. The guy went insane. He started punching holes and shit. His TV, this and that. Didn't even get arrested and didn't get kicked out. Like, what the fuck? Am I getting punked? Like, this this cannot be fucking real, you guys. Like, it seriously cannot fucking be real. Um, like there, how? How? He's a fucking future school shooter waiting to fucking happen. He is going to be the reason why I am wiped off the face of this planet. I know that for a fact. And so get this, I called the cops today because like this just is not sitting right with me. I'm on eggshells. I can't work. I'm losing money because my nerves are bad. I cannot fucking sleep. I have nowhere to go. But the cops are telling me, get this, not only is he a violent drug offender known to police with a bad fucking history, I was told I'm in danger and I need to leave. Okay, great. Where am I going to go? I have nowhere to go because, all my friends dropped me like a fucking bad habit because I have PTSD and, I'm the fucking leper and shit stain of society because I'm struggling with, losing my best friend, the love of my life. Uh, you know, that makes me an asshole to people. They don't want to be around that. I mean, they just want to have fun and laugh and pretend that life is great and wear those fucking rose colored glasses. Well, you know what? Fuck you. And when it happens to you, I hope that you don't get the same treatment because then you're going to see exactly what's been going on for the last fucking almost decade of my life. So they show up, they poke the bear, they watch him go insane, the cops, witnesses, everything, and he doesn't even get arrested and he doesn't get kicked out. And get this, they can't just kick him out. They cannot just kick him out of the house that he is threatening to fucking blow up because we have rights in Ontario, Canada. And you need to go through a landlord housing tribunal, and he's gonna get to fucking terrorize and threaten everybody for a fucking year before he gets to get kicked out. Yeah, you heard that right. This is why I'm sharing this because it's I can't even wrap my head around how fucking insane this is. Um so I called a lawyer because it's like, what the fuck do I do? Like, I mean, I have nowhere to go. I'm off work right now and I'm not rich. So, and I'm not going to sit there and wait for this loose cannon to go off because it's a matter of time. He is a ticking time bomb. There's no doubt about it. All the signs are there. The police left who were supposed to make you feel better. And I actually felt more concerned than I did before I reported it. So, now I know that I'm in danger. I'm in trouble. I am in jeopardy, and so are many others. And you know, I just wanted it documented that his name is Ivan Crawford. He lives in Brantford, and I went to the Brantford police, and they fucking are allowing this to happen. So I called the cops today, and I was like, "What the fuck was that?" Like I texted the cop from yesterday. And I was like, I came to you guys, like, I can't even stand cops for this reason, because they're cunts, and whatever they are. Wait till it's your loved one and tell me you feel different. Um, they're allowing things to escalate to a point of no return. And that's where this is going. And I see the writing on the wall. I've been in this situation before. I have PTSD because I've seen this situation before. It ends fucking badly. And you guys came, you poked the bear, you watched him lose it in front of you, knowing that he's a violent offender, and you allowed it, and now you've put me in more fucking danger. But don't worry about it. And so I texted the cop and I was like, I came to you guys for help. You came, you poked the bear, you left. He didn't even get arrested. He can't be evicted. I'm being told that I'm in danger from the cops, that I need to leave. Because and a lawyer told me that they can't believe that this guy, this criminal, this violent fucking offender who is a time bomb waiting to go off, has more rights than I have, or than any of the other innocent people that are living in this fucking shithole have, because he has nowhere to go and he has rights. And you can't just kick somebody out for this shit. Like, somebody please make it make sense. Like, it just, I can't make it make sense. It's fucking insanity. And I was trying to tell my story, but Canada has this censorship bill that they just passed that you can't talk like this anymore. So this video will probably go down too. I probably think I'm live, and I'm probably not even fucking live right now, because I was talking to myself, actually probably screaming at myself for like 35 minutes before I realized they cut my live off after like 5 minutes or 6 minutes of the last one. So I can't even warn people and tell people that when this goes sideways, these are the people that you need to fucking sue, and you make sure that you do. Because might as well make some chump change off this shit if you can. Like, my brother is my sole beneficiary, so I mean, he'll be in a good position. And like, I'm sorry, I tried to do all the right things to protect everybody else, including myself, but there is no protection. There is no safety, there is no law, there is no justice. This is Canada, and this is how they treat us. And they think worse of people like me who are mad because of shit like this. Because when you back someone into a corner like this, and my safety, my life is in jeopardy, according to the cops even. And then, you know what the lawyer said to me on the phone yesterday? He's like, you can try and get a restraining order, but be careful because the cops redact information. Okay? It gets better. But wait, there's more. The cops redact information. So you go and you report this shit, and they don't put it in their files because holy fuck. Make it make sense, you guys. Like, seriously. Cuz my head is going to explode. Like, it's beyond its limit of bullshit. Like, it's fucked up. I need to have a cigarette and I don't care. I'm going to smoke on camera. Fuck you. I don't care. I can't even see the comments. I can see names, kind of names, not even really, actually. My eyes are really bad. And I look like shit because I haven't slept in fucking weeks, and to speak of. And yeah, I don't know. Don't find yourself in this position and don't expect anybody to come help you. And because we're in Canada and they're taking away all of your means to defend yourself, so they expect you to be a victim. Well, you know what? I'm no fucking victim. And if it comes down to it, like, I mean, so then I called the cop and he's like, I go, well, what the fuck was that yesterday? I thought, if nothing else, that you guys would at least charge him, because I thought uttering death threats and threatening to kill someone and blow up an entire fucking house with, like, dozens of people in it was a crime. I don't know. Am I an idiot for still thinking that there's criminal laws? And he's like, well, I wouldn't want him to be my neighbor. Oh, really? Big bad man, cop man with the fucking bulletproof vest and the guns and the fucking pepper spray and the taser and the fucking baton that you beat the shit out of people with? Oh, you're scared? You think you're scared? Okay. Try being a fucking woman, okay? You stunned cunt. Excuse my language, you guys, if you haven't heard me use the C word. It's my favorite word when I'm triggered. And I've been very good on here these days. But you know what? Why bother? Good behavior doesn't get rewarded. You know what it gets you? Killed. That's what it gets you. And people see it and are allowing it to happen. but don't worry about it. So, um, so I was like, well, can you at least tell me what drugs he's on? Because at first I thought it was like fentanyl, but I've seen like downtown everybody's on fentanyl. They're like nodding out, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like they're doing the fucking nod, like the coma, you know what I mean? Like sort of drooling and shitting themselves. So I don't think it's that anymore. I'm beginning to think it might be crystal meth because he gets like these bouts of like energy, and it's like Tourette's, but times a million. Like I say I have Tourette's, I really don't, but it's just when I go off at the mouth, that's what I say. But times this by a million because I don't like, I'm not a violent person. I don't even have a criminal record, but I'm being treated like I'm a second class citizen while the fucking second class citizen is getting all of the red carpet treatment. Let's just fucking roll out the red carpet for this cunt. Well, but right before he blows all of us up. So I want this to be common knowledge, and if nothing else, you got to hit people where it hurts, and the only place it hurts is their fucking pocketbook, right? So when this guy does ultimately probably try to kill me in my sleep, if I ever get to go to sleep again, I hope that every single person involved gets sued uh into the Stone Ages, and I hope they lose every single thing they have, and I want you to fucking destroy them, and that will be justice for me because there is no justice anymore. I don't know. I can't read the messages. I'm trying, you guys. My eyes are really fucking bad. But I look like shit. And usually I wouldn't go on live like this, but who cares? Like, I really don't care. I really don't care anymore. Like, it's at that point now. This is where we're at now. Uh, Lunatics get to walk free. They have all of the rights. They can be a violent offender, drug addict, problem to society. Society gets to pay their way in life. You foot the bill for these people because they're fucking useless, and they get a disability for being useless and a drug addict and a violent criminal. They get a disability from the government, the favorite people of the land, because this we encourage this behavior. This is a good, law abiding citizen. You just get shit on. You get killed. That's my fate, and that's my future family, like my family's fate. The only one in my family that gives a shit is my brother Mike. And I'm sorry that he's had to go through all of this bullshit and listen to all of this bullshit for more than I care to acknowledge or mention. And did I tell you that I have PTSD? Do you know why I have PTSD? Because I went through this before. And before it ended up in a murder suicide, I fled for my life and I came back to Ontario to all of the people that have now abandoned me since because they don't like the way that I handle it. Oh, really? Sorry to make you feel uncomfortable, you fucking fake cunt. Yeah, I said what I said. Now what? Let's see how well you fucking handle it when it's you. And you know what my prize for play was? Lifelong PTSD and being abandoned by everybody that I thought loved me or that I thought I loved. So, love for me, don't say you love me when your actions prove that you don't. So now I'm in danger. I'm afraid to go home. I'm afraid to do anything. It's like I'm a prisoner in this fucking shithole. And I can't even talk because he's listening with like a fucking Whisper 2000 or a glass up against the fucking door because he needs to know everything. He's like a lurker. He's a fucking stalker. So then I called the cops and I was like, well, what the hell was that from yesterday? Like, why wasn't he charged? And they're like, well, what did he do? And I'm like, is threatening to kill somebody and blow up a house with people in it not a criminal offense? And they're like, well, you didn't report that. And I'm like, dude, look at your fucking camera. I went into the cop station and I reported it. So don't fucking tell me I didn't report it. How about you do your fucking jobs for a change? How about that? How about you protect people before they end up dead when they're coming to you for fucking help saying, this is where it's going. You know why? I know where it's going because I seen it go there. I know the fucking signs and I'm no cop. I'm nobody smart. I'm nobody special. I'm just a fucking shithead. I'm expendable. My number is 911666. That's my fucking number on this planet. How about that? How about that? I submit that to the government so they can recognize me as that number on my death certificate. How about that? But don't be mad, don't be angry, don't be upset, don't cry for me, Argentina. Like, don't worry about it. Just go somewhere, go be somebody else's problem. Well, I have nowhere to go. So what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to be displaced and we're supposed to accommodate this guy. And the lawyer even said, like, so the cops came there, knowing that he's violent. They're the ones that got me even more scared than I was to begin with. And then they poked the bear, they left, they didn't even arrest him, and now they're telling me to go get a restraining order, but it probably won't be granted because we live in the same address. So you tell me our system isn't fucked. Okay? Now maybe you understand all of this fucking anger is for a reason. It's not because I'm an angry person. Life has made me angry because of the things that I've seen, the things that I keep getting the shitty end of the stick every single fucking time I try to do something, right or wrong. I never do anything wrong. The only thing I do wrong is swear. I use the word cunt too much when I'm angry. Huh. That's, wow. God, I'm such a fucking shit stain of society. Kill me now. Give me the fucking electric chair. Take away our means to protect ourselves. Do you think I'm going to just lay there and let some fucking meth head jump at me? You don't think I'm going to go down swinging? I know how this is going to play out. 2 go in, 1 leave. It remains to be seen who. But if you follow statistics, it's usually the woman. If you allow yourself to be a victim, which I do not. I refuse to acknowledge that word. And, even though you try to do the right things and you try to file a police report and you try to fucking get him out of there the legal way before someone takes the law into their own hands, you get ignored. They make it worse for you, actually. They don't make it better. And you end up losing. Well, I'm sick of being the one to lose because I've got nothing left to lose. And I don't know where to go from here. Sorry. I always said that I had a story, and I was afraid to tell people because I didn't know how the story was going to end. But I do know. And it's not going to end well. And I even said that to the cop. I'm like, you guys put me in more danger. And this guy has more rights than any of us. And then they want to come by the house again. The cops want to come by the house again. Get fucked. Don't bother fucking coming around. Come around to fucking take me out when he fucking eventually attacks me in my sleep if I ever sleep again. And we have a gas stove. I'm going to take him home a fucking box of matches. Like, let's get this shit over with. Like, do what you got to do, big man. Go out with a bang, right? Take everybody with you. You're a fucking coward. You're a punk ass fucking bitch. And then the landlords, the cops, they're trying to get me angry with the landlords. Well, why aren't they doing anything about it? And this and that. And it's like, dude, you're the fucking cops. You're the ones with the guns. You're the ones that get to fucking break any law you want. And then redact it and pretend it didn't fucking happen. And then when things go sideways for you, you just call your buddies and to investigate your fucking selves. And guess what? Oh my God, you're never at fault, right? You guys are so fucking perfect. Well, I hope you get sued into the fucking Stone Ages because you got to hit people where it hurts. And the only place this is going to hurt them is in their fucking pocketbook, which the taxpayers will pay for. But at least, my brother deserves something for all the stress I've put him through. And the rest of them can get fucked. I don't care about them. Go to my dad for help because I was in an unsafe situation. And you know what my dad said to me? I can't rent out my empty house to you that I'm never at because you being around me would give me another stroke. But why are people so angry? All right. Well, how would you feel hearing that from your own father? Sorry, my dog's gonna bark. Some guy riding a fucking scooter down the road. Oh my God. Like, I wish I could see the comments. I can't. Love to know what everybody thinks of this shit. You know, and the powers that be are too fucking stupid to figure out why people take the law into their own hands. Well, because they're scared. They feel threatened. Their lives are threatened. Their security is threatened. Their safety is threatened. The roof over their head is threatened. They have no options because everybody dropped them like a fucking bad habit. So, when I see all of these people supporting Jeremy, like it makes me cry because I can't even understand that. He's so lucky. Sorry. A person can only take so much, man. And I'm way beyond that limit. Like, and I'm trying to reach out for help before I do end up snapping because I don't have a criminal record. But this type of situation, when you're fearing for everything is threatened and you feel threatened, and if I do act out or defend myself, I would go to jail faster than this fucking guy. How fucked is that? That's so fucked. Like, I used to believe in law at one point in time. That's a fucking joke, man. We have no law. There's no justice. There's no legal. It's a legal system. It's not a fucking justice system. And there's people that know every loophole known to man. And this fucking clown beside me knows all of these loopholes because this isn't his first dance. Okay, he has like 20 different profiles on Facebook where he's admitting to doing drugs and saying someone's going to kill him, not if he kills them first. Like, and these people are allowed to walk around free in society. Like, I mean, and it's fucked, man. Like, Calgon, take me away. Like, seriously, I'm going to take him home box matches. Let's do this. Like, blow this bitch up. So, welcome to my life, you guys. You wanted to know who I was, right? Still want to know me? Are you sure? Because people that know me don't want to know me, so they hate you. They hate you because you struggle. They hate you because you struggle with a burden that's so fucking heavy that wasn't even yours to carry in the first place. But you carry it anyways because you loved somebody. And you watched them fail him. And now they're doing the same to me. And it's all of the wrong people. It's always the good ones to go first. Every single person in my life that loved me and had my back and would help me, they're all fucking dead. Cancer, car accident, suicide, 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 suicide. Oh, and don't forget overdose, or died suddenly, or house fire. Yeah, a lot of destruction. It's like, you remember the movie The Green Mile, like I said this to my brother. It's like where, his punishment was he knew the guy did no wrong, and his punishment was that he got to be the last one standing. And maybe I made the wrong decision. Maybe I fought fate, and maybe I ran for my life out of fear and drove halfway across the country in like 3 days in a state of shock and don't even remember the fucking drive. Maybe that was not the way that it was supposed to be. And maybe this is my punishment for that decision. Because if I hadn't known then what I know now, I might have I would have made a different decision. Because it's been nothing but one fucking thing after another, and a person can only take so much. And they've taken everything. I got nothing left more. And all of this is coming from somebody who once loved too much and was loyal to the death. Sorry, you guys. I usually don't show my emotions like this. I'll show my anger. I'd rather people think I'm an angry cunt than, a hurt soul. I keep waiting for this to be like, where's Ashton Kutcher to jump out of a tree and say, "You're getting punked, bitch"? Because this shit cannot be fucking real. Like it. And if I had $1 for every time I've said that, or someone has said to me, "Well, I've never heard this before." Well, welcome to my fucking life. Like, how are you going to help me? Are you going to help me? Can you promise me that I won't get killed in my sleep? No? Oh, okay. Well, thanks. Thanks, cop, with the fucking guns and the bulletproof vests and all the weapons and power that you're scared. You wouldn't want him to be your neighbor because you're scared. And he wouldn't even tell me what drugs he's on. So it's like, okay, well, that's great. Thanks for that help too. And then he's like, "Oh, we're gonna send someone by to talk to you." No, you fucking ain't. I'm done talking to you guys. You made it fucking worse. So I'm just letting everybody know now what you guys are allowing to happen, to escalate to happen, until they remove this video or censor this video. But when you hear about it on the news, when I die suddenly, now you know who and where to look. But don't worry about it, because in Canada we'd let those people walk free. Yeah. Bail reform, right? It's a catch and release program, especially for the violent offenders, the violent criminals. They love those. They just, "Oh, you're out. Oh, catch and release." But you speak up against the government, my God, and you're not getting fucking bail for like 6 months, okay? And this world's fucked. Like, blow this bitch up. I could give two fucks at this point. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm in shock because like my brain can't even process this. Like, it's like, and then you go to places that are supposed to help you, and they just make it worse for you and put you in even more of a dangerous situation than you were to begin with. So it's like, well, thanks for your help. Thanks for traumatizing me even more. Because I don't ask for help, okay? I don't open my mouth. I struggle in silence, and I have for years. I learned it the hard way to just shut up and take it, okay? But I'm doing this to let everybody know that it's not just me that he's threatening. There's numerous other people in that house whose families are going to be affected at the hands of a ticking time bomb. And he's allowed to walk free. So that's what it's like for life in Canada. It's an absolute fucking travesty. It's a joke. It I can't even believe that it's fucking real. Like, I mean, it feels like a fucking cruel joke, man. I don't know. Where am I gonna go? There's nowhere to go. They're telling me to leave to get out for my safety. He's dangerous. But he has all the rights. You can't just kick somebody out in Ontario, Canada. In order to kick somebody out of your own house, it needs to go through something called the landlord tenant board. And the only people that are able to evict a tenant, even in these circumstances, is the landlord tenant board. So, do you know how long? Do you know how backed up those courts are? It's going to take a year. The cops can't even come and evict him for this. The only way around it is if I get a restraining order, and I'm not even sure that they're going to grant me that because, like the lawyer said, the cops redact their information in their notes. Like, what kind of sick, fucking, twisted bullshit joke is this shit? Seriously, you guys. Like, I mean, so, when you hear all the stories that people have been talking about for the last few years and they get angry and they get upset and they get passionate about what they talk about, it's because their fucking lives have been destroyed and are about to soon be over. And maybe that's the prize here. That you don't have to do this anymore. Sorry, I'm outside. Some Harleys just went by. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna take him a box of fucking matches. I'm gonna grab some wood from the back here. I'm gonna take it and just help him get some kindling to make sure that it'll be over quick, right? I don't know. I don't know what to do. What am I what do you do? There's no help. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing. There is no help. Sometimes you just have to accept it is what it is. And sometimes what it is a fucking bullshit mess. Welcome to my life. And I've been dealing with this shit for so fucking long, you guys. You have no idea. And I've kept my mouth shut the whole time because I've watched friends drop one by one by one because they can't handle this. And I don't blame them because I can't fucking handle this shit because it's heavy. It's dark. It's deep. It's bullshit. Who wants to be around this? And I don't want to, resort to becoming an alcoholic or a fucking drug addict to numb my pain away. But I could see why some people choose that route. Uh, I could see what the appeal would be to that because it's the only way that you get to not feel all of this shit for even just a minute, even just a minute, an hour, a few hours, a night. I don't know. I wish I had the answers. I don't have the answers at all. I don't know what to do. Um, I went through this once, but that was a totally different time and a totally different place, totally different circumstances. And I drove home. I barely remember the fucking drive. I threw what I could in the car. I grabbed my dog at the time. She passed away since then. And then I lost my man 6 months later. The two of them, both of them, gone. So, that's why I don't get close to people anymore. Because they die or they fuck off. And I can't handle that. That pain, the cost of loving somebody, that pain, that grief, that trauma, that pain is, I can't. It changes you. And people don't understand how much, because I try to hide it from people. And I'd rather them think that I'm an angry fucking bitter bitch than really know all of this truth, because who wants to know all of this truth? I don't want to know it. I didn't ask for this. I've tried everything in my power to prevent any of this from happening, and it seems like the more I try to prevent shit from happening, the more it seems to happen in the opposite direction of what I want. Try to save somebody, they kill themselves. Try to get help, I'm gonna get killed. And I knew it the other night when I went into that police station. That's why I didn't want to go in there and report it. But I thought maybe this will help get him out sooner. I knew that when I went in there that I was signing my own death certificate. Straight up. And the cops confirmed it. But they won't put that in their notes, will they? They'll redact it. Get out that black old Sharpie. Black all that out. Can't be culpable. Can't be responsible. Can't be legally liable. You know, it might cost us our job. It might cost us our fucking gold watch pension. Oh, so sad. But I bet you get to go home and hug your fucking family at night, right? You stunned cunt. So you don't get any pity from me. You get this. So now you've learned more about me than you probably ever wanted to know. So now things probably make a lot more sense to people when they couldn't figure out why is this bitch tripping all the time. That's why I called myself Kim's tripping, because I'm always bitching because of the fucking reality that is my life. You can't even make this shit up, man. Like it's a joke. It's a fucking Netflix series waiting to happen. Like seriously. But I'm not that interesting. I'm not interesting at all. That's my dog. It's alright, Dakota. Have you guys seen how big my dog is? He's fucking massive. Can you see him? He's got his back up. So does his mama. That's Dakota. So I'm not afraid. I'm afraid for that sorry fucker who thinks he's gonna. If he thinks I'm an easy target, dude, man, he's in for a rude fucking awakening. Like, he has no idea. None whatsoever. I love being underestimated. But you can't talk like that, because if something happens to this poor fucking motherfucker crackhead, God forbid, my dog attacks, then he gets put down. I attack, I go to jail. Either way, I end up on the shitty end of the stick somehow, right? There's no winning in this scenario. So I'm sorry to come out here and vent, but it needs to be documented. So when you hear about this on the news, I told you so. Should have listened. Tried to prevent it. Tried to save people's families, members. My fate was sealed a long time ago. I really could give zero fucks. But there's other people in that house, I'm sure, who maybe their families do like them. Maybe they will miss them when they're gone, Lucky fuckers. But well, now that I've came to enlighten your fucking lives, I'm gonna end this live now because I can't even stand listening to myself at this point. I came out what I set to do, and that was to document this. So make sure that you don't end up in a situation like this. That's all I got. Thanks for listening to me fucking rant, you guys. Peace out, bitches.